Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen, MikeColleen.com, and we're going to talk about how to dominate, sting, and destroy the narcissist. This is part 3. So we're going to light that sucker. Kind of set the tone. All right. And what we're going to do to start this session out. Sage, mountain sage, little white sage. Sage this area in general, just a little bit. What I do now, I used to put it on water, it just kind of ruins it. Put it in sand. I learned that because it was on the package. It says put it on sand. Much easier. Alright, let's bring good blessings and good learnings here. Alright, so I'm sorry it took me so long to make these videos. I was gone for a little while. I went down to Huntington Beach and then we went down to San Diego. So I alluded to it in my last video, but I've been meeting some really cool people through my videos. People from Oregon, people from California. I met someone really cool, someone special. I'm not going to talk about that right now. All right, so things are good. I think the best thing is my happiness. My here's kind of a side benefit of this whole thing that was really shocking to me is my anxiety disappeared. It's gone. I've had anxiety my whole life, and I tell you what, it was the moment when I realized what a narcissist was in their behaviors, and then I looked back in my life down the timeline. Let's say I do timeline therapy, by the way. And I realized all the people that were narcissists and all the people that were doing these narcissistic behaviors. And then there were some other people that were just assholes. So I could clearly see the difference between, oh, these people that's why it hurt so much when these people did it. When those people, what a bunch of dicks, you know. But then I could also see good people. People who have been abused by narcissists, especially empaths. We get to a point where like we don't know who's nice and who's good and who's fucked up and you know, what's going on, you know, all that stuff. And so now I've got clarity. You know, I've done so much therapy, it's not even funny. I mean, 30 plus years of energy healing therapy, and I mean on a regular basis because of anxiety. And when I saw what was going on, it's as simple as going outside and now I can go, oh, that's a bear. I need to stay away from the bear because the bear is going to hurt me. Oh, that's a tiger. And so now you can navigate through and go, oh, narcissist. Oh, fuck this person. And you go, oh, nice person. Cool. Because you can see it. And that's why it's important for you to start learning narcissistic behavior. So when you spot it, you can be like, yeah, you cut that person out of your life. Okay. All right. So this video is going to be about my narcissist came back. I think it was 2 days before Christmas. And to the narcissist, I want to say this. I'm going to make it one last time. Don't ever come back. We're done. And I should have put this in the last video for you people. So at this point, okay, so here's what I did. I was like, one thing I know about narcissists is they believe that if they can talk to you, they can manipulate you and convince you to come back, right? For some of you, you'll fall for it. Don't do it. All right. I just played along with it. Because now that I see what the fuck's going on, I just wanted to watch and I wanted to really pay attention. This is going to be interesting about what happened. All right. I knew I had to really express that, look, dude, I'm not nice because I knew that he had only experienced me as nice. Like if you watch the very end of the last video, the very last story, last 5 minutes, let's say, maybe even 3 minutes. My ex-girlfriend thought she could kick my ass. Now, she was a narcissist. Now, narcissists can't connect the pieces because I was always nice to her. And she was 5'1", 120 pounds. I don't remember exactly. I never weighed her or nothing. But she was a tiny little thing. And she realized she couldn't. She broke down crying. I'm like, what are you crying for? Oh, we thought I could kick your ass. Like her whole reality just like, rah. And I realized like, oh, this narcissist had never seen he knew I was a fighter. He knew I was a tough son of a bitch, but he'd only seen me be nice because I'm an empath. That's what we do. But empaths, this is one of the lessons you have to learn. When you realize someone's a narcissist, when you realize someone's an asshole, see, this doesn't just pertain to narcissist alone. If you think my videos are only about narcissists, no. Because narcissist, their extreme abuse teaches you like, oh, this is how I got to be to people that are rude, disrespectful, people that are mean to me, that try to bully me. You have to stand up for yourself. You don't have a choice. That's the thing you don't understand. The cool part is when you do stand up, they go, oh shit. Like it's like it's programmed in them. Really, it's because they got a lot of anxiety. They're terrified of you finding out that they're more afraid of you than you are of them. When you see that, that'll be the most empowering thing that you've ever had happen in your life, okay? So now let's get to what happened. So, man, this is so trippy. I was online on I think it was a tarot card reading, and they were talking about narcissist, and I typed it. I go, man, I can feel it. He's freaking here. I can feel. And I was just like, it was weird. I could tell he was in the area. And I literally typed, I go, man, I bet he's going to knock on my goddamn door in the next hour so I could fucking feel it. And I forgot about that. And, you know, I was listening to the video and typed something in there, blah, 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 blah. It was a live video feed on YouTube. And my doorbell rang. It's a buzzer, actually. Like really loud. And I'm like, nobody. I live on private property, okay? I'm like, nobody buzzes my doorbell here. So I was like, hello, through the intercom. It was them, and I'm like, oh motherfucker. But I felt really good. Like now I get to show them like I'm not just a nice guy. There's other aspects to me. So you think, but he didn't know you were a fighter? Oh no, he knows. But like my ex-girlfriend, they didn't make the connection because my ex-girlfriend had said, and because I said, well, why to my ex-girlfriend, why did you think you could kick my ass? She goes, because you're always so nice and so soft and you always felt so good. I'm like, well, yeah, but baby, that's just because you're my girlfriend. So narcissists can't, even though they see it and they logically know, they don't make the connection. That's one of the things narcissists have a really hard time doing. So you've got to let them know in a real fucking way. And so that was my really only mission. The other mission was I knew that he thinks, well, if I just explain, because that's what he kept saying, well, you don't understand. You got to see it from this perspective. And at this point, I blocked him. You know, he sent me mail, gifts, letters, like, you don't understand. And so I'm like, all right, fine, fuck it. You came all the way up here. Let's sit down. And I didn't let him inside, by the way. It was cold as fuck, too. We went down and sat at the picnic bench outside. And I basically ripped into him for about 20 or 30 minutes, I'd say. And because one of us, I don't understand. Like, why don't you want to be around? And I just like, here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Watch the last video. Part 2 of this video series. I talk about how to sting a narcissist. Okay, you just call them on their shit. Well, there's more to it. Watch the last video. And I just put it in his face. It wasn't because I was necessarily being a dick. It was because I'm like, look, I was miserable. I couldn't stand being around you. It was arguing all the time. And I just went down. And I brought up the stuff that happened. You did this to me. You did that. I go, you know, if you're going to sit there and lie to me and deny it, just fucking go. Oh, no. And the other thing I said, because I was really pissed at this point. This is the beginning. I said, don't even pull that bullshit game on me where you're like, oh, did I? I don't remember saying that. Oh, I don't remember saying that. And, right? Because that's what they always do. Like, I even said, like, you could say something and 5 minutes later go, I don't remember saying that. Like, you just fucking said it 5 minutes ago. Here's one thing that I want to advise you people on. If you get to a point with any person, not just a narcissist, where they keep playing this game of, oh, I don't remember saying that, or I don't remember that, or that didn't really happen, or I never said that. Like, you just said it 5 minutes ago. Like, they will deny. This is a huge narcissist. Deny and deflect. They deny it, and they deflect it either onto you, or they'll deflect it to, well, it was this thing over here, right? When people deny and deflect, get the fuck out. That is a huge, it's not a warning sign. It is a sign saying, get out, get out, get out. So if you get to the point where you feel you have to record conversations because you know they're going to fucking either lie or play the, oh, I don't remember game, right? Right there, that's how you know it's time to get out. Because here's what happens. You can record it, videotape it and everything. You can have witnesses. It doesn't fucking matter. Well, actually, I think witnesses would help because that's the one thing is they don't want other people to know. So that is probably really what you should do. Have people there, right? So here's number one, they won't play their games as much. They won't pull their bullshit on you as much. So it doesn't matter. So the point being is like if there is one answer, like from that point on, have people there. So just be like, I'm not talking unless there's 3 of my friends there. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and get the fuck out. You need to cuss these people to get your point across. So here's the point. Number one, if you got to record the conversation or you have to have witnesses, that how is that not a fucking sign to get the fuck out? Because these people are playing mind games. They do this shit on purpose. Okay, either that or they're really got a bad memory. All right. So speaking of that, this is going to come back in a second. So I told him not to play the, oh, I don't remember saying that, or I didn't say that, did I? I don't remember saying that, that game like 5 minutes later. And of course it happened, which blew my fucking mind. So another thing narcissists will do, and I'm going to get into the story of what happened in a second, is they will start out saying, like they will say, well, I'm not lying to you. And then they will immediately go into lie after lie after lie after lie after lie. Like in my case, they're all like, I know you think I'm a mismatcher, but I'm not mismatching you. And then they just mismatched every fucking thing that I said to them. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. But that's a mind game, because as an empath, we just want to believe in people, and we just want, the reason why I'm being obnoxious like that is because you really got to, as an empath, you got to stop being so fucking nice. You need to see people for who they are, not who they want you to believe. They tell you, you need to, if they lie to you, just be like, he just fucking lied to me, and then call them on it. You need to start doing that. Otherwise, you don't have an honest relationship, all right? Or friendship, or whatever you want to call it. You need to call people on this shit. And if they keep doing it, you got to cut them out of your life. Otherwise, narcissists will come along and they'll destroy you. That is their goal. So, God, this is going to blow your fucking mind what this guy said. He said, so he admitted everything. Literally, he fucking admitted. He goes, no, he goes, you're right. It was extremely unfair. He goes, you helped me anytime I needed help. You were there for me. Whatever I needed, you did. You supported me, and and all that stuff, all that good stuff. And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, wow. At this point, I'm like, wow, man. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Because I was thinking, wow, maybe he did change. Because he started out the conversation like, dude, I've changed. I really have, Mike. I've changed. They all say it. They all fucking say it. They don't change. Okay? Towards the end of the conversation, like, you need to see a therapist, a psychologist, someone who schedules you, locks you in, because he needs rigid, whatever. And so that doesn't matter. But the point being is like, oh, well, I've been planning on it. Meaning, so how did you change? Well, magically, deliciously, you snapped your finger and changed? Well, I've never changed like that. I've always had to go to really deep energy healers, doing deep work. Change takes time. Change takes work. And at the end, he's like, well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to. Like, wait, you said earlier that you changed. You're not the same person. Well, they are the same person. Watch this. So he started out with, well, I know you think I'm a mismatcher. And then he went and mismatched every little thing that I said to him. I'm just kind of, well, actually, it was just after that. So he sat there, and first of all, he admitted. He goes, you're right. I did do this. I did do that. And I was mean to you. And I did try to bully you. And I did this. And I was like, wow. As I don't want to say dumb empath, but I kind of was. I kind of fell for it. Because I was kind of like, wow. And I did something. I expanded out. And that's a technique that I teach people. Because then you can see the whole picture. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to actually hear this guy out. Because I'm really big on listening to understand. Because part of it is you also get to see through people's bullshit if you listen to understand them. Not listen to judge, or I'm going to say this or I'm going to say that. Get rid of all that. Clear your mind and just listen to completely receive everything that they say. So I expanded out and I was like, okay, what's going on? And he's saying, it was a one-way freaking thing. He goes, you're right. He goes, it was, what did he say? Unequal give and take. And he goes, you did all this, and I gave very little in return, which is what we call breadcrumbing, which he did. And he's admitting all this, and I'm kind of like, huh, fascinating. Obviously, he did it to disarm me, even if that doesn't matter. And I was like, really like, okay, wow, yeah, but here's what happened. And then he did a very typical narcissistic thing, and he did the blame game. Yeah, Mike, you're right. I did all these fucked up things to you. I was rude. I was disrespectful. I was mean. I was an asshole. But then he blamed everything and everyone. And one of it was like, I don't know if I asked him, like, well, like, why are you like that? I don't even think I did. I think he goes, well, it was the way I was raised. It was my dad's fault, which he had done many times. Everything seemed to be his dad's fault, like everything, like not everything, but most things. And I've asked him, like, well, like, what do you mean? Like, how is it his fault? Well, I don't want to talk about it. Of course they want to talk about it because they're bullshit in the first place, probably. And even if they're not, it doesn't matter. I had a lot of bad things happen to me, and I don't go, well, that's my mom's fault. And that's my brother's fault. And that's like, what are you talking about? Like, how is it that they weren't there, right? And that's something, another empath thing. You need to stop letting people give you bullshit fucking excuses. You know, unless they got shot in the head and they were hauled away by an ambulance and they're in the intensive care unit, it's not an excuse, you know? Blaming someone because of something that happened when they were 5 years old or 10 years older, well, that's the way, another one's, well, that's the way I was raised. I'm like, yeah, well, I think I even said, well, you were raised to be an asshole then, and I don't want to have nothing to do with that. I don't want to be around you. Oh, well, you don't understand. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, here's the deal. When they tell you things like, well, it was because that was the way I was raised, they're not saying, I acknowledge what I did was wrong. Here's why I did it. I apologize. And I'm going to stop doing that, and I'm not going to use that as an excuse. No, they're telling you that's the way I was raised, and I'm going to keep doing this because it's not my fault. It's what happened to me when I was a child. Because most of us, when we admit stuff like that, we're like, you know what, you're right. It was wrong for me to do it. I did it because I was raised that way, or that's the way my father treated me, and I'm going to do better next time. Even if they tell you they're going to do better next time, they're not. What they're literally telling you is, this is the way I was raised, and this is the way I am. So now you understand. And I'm going to keep doing it. Now, obviously, they don't say the ending part, and I'm going to keep doing it. They just kind of leave it hanging. It's like, well, I told you that that's the way it's raised, and that's why I do it, right? So a lot of you get really frustrated going, I thought we talked about this. You know, what's going on, right? And they're kind of laughing at you like, well, I never said I was going to stop doing it. And that is the mind of a narcissist. They love to fuck with you. Okay. And there was an incident that happened, and he brought it up, which was in one of my last videos, where I talk about how they try to destroy any joy and happiness that you have. So if you love going to the beach, is what I do. They will argue, they will fight, they will make you miserable because they're trying to attach or associate. It's called an anchor, link all this anger and upset and misery and frustration to whatever event that you're doing. So now the event, now you don't need them around, and now just going to the beach is like, oh fuck, this sucks, because unconsciously those negative emotions are attached. In NLP, we call that an anchor. So what I do with my clients is I disconnect the anchor and reconnect all the joy and the passion and the fun and the empowering feelings that you get from that experience. That's how we get rid of narcissists. Okay, so I'm going to cut this video here, and I'm going to continue it on the next video because this video is getting pretty long. Hey, this is Mike Collin, MikeKollin.com. Go ahead and check out my website. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Apparently, I just found out that when you click the like button, it actually helps out my YouTube channel better than subscribing. But please do both. I'd appreciate it. See you in the next video.